Welcome everyone. Gunner is back from Views from the Stands. I know it has been a minute, and I do apologize for that. We've been taking care of some stuff internally, and we're hoping to get the passion back and start getting into some more Dodger talk, Steelers talk, just stuff that I love to watch. So again, apologies if you've been wondering where the hell I've been. We're back. That's all that matters, and I'm very very excited to talk about my Dodgers. The Dodgers are ruining baseball according to the other 29 MLB teams out there. And I gotta say, I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't want to get into my rant yet, but I'll just say, man, I'm enjoying the crying. So, guys, please continue the crying and let's talk about the busy offseason for the Dodgers. And what's funny is Andrew Friedman even said this in one of his interviews. I believe it was at the winter meetings, if I'm not mistaken, where he said, "Guys, I'm trying to win the offseason and not win the trade deadline, right? He doesn't want to get in a situation every year where he has to, give up prospects left and right to get a player here and there to bolster the club. So he wants to do it in the offseason, obviously with the owner's approval, and just improve the team, as fast and as they can. So we're going to talk about a handful of these acquisitions. We have four of them, as you can see on the screen here. So let's talk about Blake Snell. I know we talked about it in one of our prior Dodgers rundown videos. If you haven't checked that out, please go check that out. But yeah, big time lefty, stud, veteran, understands, what Andrew Friedman's all about, how we do things around here, and he's a big pickup. I know one of the offseason targets kind of wish list for me was a Max Fried, right, a lefty. Well, we did get a lefty, and it was obviously Blake Snell. So I'm happy about it. Makes sense, and big time pickup for us as we started this offseason trend. And then, as you can see, we got Michael Conforto, left-handed outfielder, bat. Bodes well, I think, and can really. This is something I think where the Dodgers wanted like Outman to be, right, or kind of a Conforto-esque type of player. And so he's going to be in left field. He's going to obviously allow Teoscar, which we'll get into, move to right field. As you know, Mookie Betts is going to be the shortstop again. Again, that's something that was in my wish list, right? A Willy Adames. So we can, maybe put Mookie at second or keep him in the outfield, whatever the case may be. Obviously, Willy Adames goes to the Giants. Good for him, man. I'm happy for him. And that's really it from that perspective. But going back to Conforto, I mean, good bat. I can definitely see him be a platoon situation at times. Last year, though, he started really raking really well against lefties. So he can have that ability to play mostly every day for the ball club. So big time piece, and I think the biggest thing is how it fits everything, right? Fits Teoscar. Teoscar's more familiar and whatnot at right field versus left field. There's some things that he just couldn't get accustomed to basically in left field. So having somebody that's been there before in the left field and whatnot, it'll bode well. We re-signed Blake Trinan, big time pickup. This is somebody that we definitely needed. He was a big time closer for us, pretty much in high leverage situations in the playoffs. He had those, I believe, the 2 innings in the Game 5 World Series before Walker Buehler came in. So what a stud! Dude's lights out when he's on. The ball moves so much when he throws it. So big time pickup for my Dodgers. Teoscar, I know we kind of mentioned him already, right? He's moving to right field. So obviously he got re-signed. I'm very happy about that. Again, majority of these players that we're talking about had more offers, money. Why are they choosing the Dodgers? It's because of the clubhouse, man. It's because of the environment. It's what we built. At the end of the day, you should be complaining and crying to your owners. And again, we'll get to my rant. I really want to get there, as you could see and tell. But Teoscar Hernandez, big time pickup. Love the guy, man. Really, ever since he was at that the parade, man, and he, was emotional at the stadium. That right there sealed the deal, man. I said, we gotta resign this guy. I don't care. And it was for a minute, really. It was getting like we were gonna miss out on him. Where we were playing with the Juan Soto sweepstakes and whatnot, when pretty much everyone knew he was gonna be a freaking Met, basically. And so yeah, I was really worried and concerned that us, talking with Juan Soto and flirting with Juan Soto was going to hurt us. But obviously it did not at the end of the day. And I'm very happy and thankful that Teoscar decided to resign. Again, these are the players decide where they want to go, right? So happy about that. And I'm glad that he can be in right field. I think we'll see a better defensive ability from him. I think, there was, again, some concerns in left field where he just wasn't comfortable, couldn't get the fit right. So I think him in right field is going to bode very, very well, in my opinion. All right, let's talk about some more notable acquisitions for my Dodgers. And this was a real surprise. Hae-Sung Kim, a Korean and the KBA, we signed him. Again, he had offers for more money at other clubs, but he chose the Dodgers. He'll play second base, pretty much a big time defensive guy. He maybe a Gold Glove in the future. The bat is the question, obviously. What can he do with the bat? I think he'll be okay. I'm not expecting 20, 30 home runs from this guy. Hey, put the bat on the ball and let's see what happens. I think that is kind of what we're looking to do. From my understanding, the strikeout percentages weren't high in KBA, and was able to do some things there. And he's a speedster too, so I think this. I've always wanted, and since really last year's, obviously since we started seeing it with Ohtani, but even prior, I really wanted versatility, right? More switch hitting players. Tommy Edman, for example, right? We got him last season. That's something I've always wanted personally. I've always wanted more speed, right? Create more opportunities for more scoring, more runs and scoring and whatnot. So I think he fits that bill, and this is perfect. Again, Gavin Lux, he got traded to the Reds. This kind of was part of this signing, I would say, essentially. I hope all the best for Gavin Lux, man. I'm going to be honest, I really think he was close to being a Brewer, in my opinion, with the Devin Williams sweepstakes in the offseason. Obviously, if you're not aware, Devin Williams got traded to the Yankees. And he even said, Devin Williams himself, was that he was expecting to be a Dodger. So I think that was on the table, definitely. And that's kind of why we went with the other two relievers, as you can see on the bottom, which we'll go to momentarily. But after Hae-Sung Kim, we also got Roki Sasaki. Again, this is somebody that took less money. Could have got up to 10 million with the Padres. Could have got 8 million, even maybe 10 million with the Blue Jays. Again, everyone had their own pool of international money. They all could have tried and got this guy, but obviously they didn't. So again, like, you can say we're rooting baseball and whatnot. I mean, to be honest, I just think you really got to look at yourself in the mirror. Look at your team in the mirror. Look at your owner, and ask why. Why aren't we spending more? Why aren't we doing this? So yeah, Sasaki, big time guy. He could have waited 2 more years. And came in at 25, would have been a legit free agent, so on and so forth. But no, he decided to come in early, man. He wants to be one of the best. I know he bodes well with what we're looking to do. We're going to have a 6-man rotation. What was interesting and what I've read about him is that one of the things he wanted to hear from the teams is why did his velocity dip last year? Prior years, he was around, let's say, 98 to 99 miles an hour with his fastball. This past year, he was down to 96, 97. So, right, that's only 2 to 3 miles an hour less, but obviously that can make a difference, obviously, especially in the MLB. And pretty much what was fascinating is that, hit like that mindset of him talk like he's 23 years old, right? Like to me, too, I'm 30 right now, and going thinking back to 23, I would have been speechless talking to MLB owners and ball clubs and um, and them wanting my services, right? Like that is just that's a lot. I feel like for a 23-year-old man, and so for him to really just kind of understand, the importance of pitching and just being aware, essentially, I guess. Um, it shows a lot of what kind of guy he is right now, what kind of person he could be in the future, and what kind of player he could be. So yeah, big time pickup. Joins his teammates Yamamoto, joins his teammates Otani, and the Dodgers continue ruining baseball. So we have two more signings just recently happened. Again, pending physicals. Tanner Scott, lefty, gets a 4-year, $72 million. Again, he had more money from Red Sox, had more money from the Blue Jays. He even wanted to be a Cub. He basically said, Cubs, I prefer to go there. Give me 4 years. They did not give him 4-year contract until the day of his announcement to sign with the Dodgers. We had a 4-year contract on the table for weeks. So again, that just shows that we're like we don't play no games. Like again, the Cubs, they could play these games all you want. These other teams can play the games all they want, but I mean we get down to business. So again, you could hate us for that all you want, but I mean that just shows what your ball club is all about. So big time lefty. This is somebody that I wanted at the trade deadline last year. Again, was worried about just having only Viesa as our own, pretty much our big time leverage lefty. Wanted another one just to really help him. Like I don't want to put so much workload on Viesa, man. I mean, he was lights on the playoffs, and I'm glad that the staff realizes that. And then lastly, Kirby Yates. This was obviously a surprise. This is somebody that we were in talks for a while, from my understanding, once the Tanner Scott information came out. So honestly, I thought we were gonna like be done, right? I didn't think we were gonna add a Kirby Yates. There was some rumblings of a Kenley Jansen, but I'm not sure if, the Dodgers surprised me, right? I mean, the Kim was a surprise, the Yates was a surprise. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, those are the two big surprises. Snell was a surprise from just from him himself, but I did think and feel like that we were going to add a lefty here, and that's kind of again why I was really pulling for Max Fried. But big time acquisitions for us, and I'm sure we're not done. I know when baseball really starts, we'll get to a point where we'll get Clayton Kershaw. We'll resign him. I'm still hoping we can resign Kike. I know Teoscar really wants that. I mean, I think there still is a spot for Kike, and so we'll find out obviously in the coming weeks and whatnot. But this team is obviously stacked. The thing is, though, at the end of the day, guys, and this is really for the other 29 teams, you still got to play the baseball games, okay? You got to stay healthy, right? And again, anybody can be beaten in a 5-game series, a 3-game series, a 7-game series. So again, yes, we might be the favorites for the World Series, but again, nothing is handed to any team in any season. You gotta play. You really gotta be hot at the right time, right? I mean, a great example is the Diamondbacks, right? They were rolling that 2 years ago, and they made it to the World Series and unfortunately lost to the Rangers, right? Again, anything can happen in this game of baseball. That's why it's so fun to watch. That's why it's one of the best sports in the game, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's kind of it for the acquisitions. Also, just so you're aware, Dodgers did make 16 more international signings following the Roki Sasaki announcement. Again, these were low, people getting, $365,000 bonus. We got a Venezuelan right-hander, Carlos Ramirez. I think it just shows really the impact of the scouting department we have, the international scouting department. We're running on all cylinders, and I think, to me, hopefully this is a wake-up call. Obviously, this won't be. I'm sure this will just be an excuse for when the new CBA comes out and potentially lock out, blah blah blah. Just find ways to hold down the Dodgers. At the end of the day, guys, we will find ways to still get the players that we want. That's what happens when you pick up a guy like Andrew Friedman from the Rays, right? What did the Rays don't have? They don't have money, right? They don't spend that much. But what do? They scout well. They develop well. They draft well, right? He's doing the same stuff over here with the Dodgers. It's just the fact that we have money. So again, I just feel like I think a lot of the 29 other teams can learn a lot from us. Put more onus on scouting. Put more just put more focus on these different departments, and maybe you'll see an improvement, right? Maybe you'll start getting more of these free agents, man. So you guys can say all you want. Dodgers not ruining baseball. The 29 other MLB teams are ruining baseball. There's so many billionaires out there, and it's hilarious when they're just saying, "Hey, we're just looking to, break even." Right? Let's be honest. I'm sure you're making some good profit here and there. So, you got to reinvest. Always reinvest into your ball club. That's what the Dodgers have done throughout these years, man. And so, you can hate us all you want, but I hope you can at least respect it. If you can't, then hey, that's your own issue. So guys, that's kind of my rant, I guess you could say, on the Dodgers ruining baseball. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode or video, whatever you want to call it. And guys, I'm looking forward to talking about more Dodgers. Looking forward to just talking, dropping more videos for you guys, and we'll see how this year goes on and into the future. But hey, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, guys. Hey, if you're a Dodgers fan, enjoy this, because I'm a realist. I understand that the deferrals will impact us at some point, right? Like it's going to impact us. It's pretty obvious what the Dodgers are doing. So with the deferrals, it's 2 years past the start of the deferrals. Otani signed in 2024, right? So in 2026 is when we have to start putting the deferral money into an escrow, basically, right? Into its own little pocket, doesn't get touched, and whatnot, right? So it's 2 years past the start of the deferrals. So again, like that, right? We have 1 point something billion deferrals. There's gonna come a point where those deferrals are going to impact us. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if we see a situation where the current owners sell the team. They sell the team, and then the new ownership has to pay for those deferrals. We'll see. Again, that's always kind of been a rumor. Always been my thoughts as well. Again, at the end of the day, I'm aware of this. So that's why I'm living in the moment, just loving what's going on. And I hope we do win more World Series, right? Obviously, again, everyone's going to be like, if you don't win a World Series, it's a lost cause. And, I agree. I do think, again, we are the best team out there. So you have to feel that way. But, again, at least my team is trying to win every offseason. Again, most of these other ball clubs are just trying to stay put and make sure they, get even with the money. So I just laugh. I laugh and laugh, and I hope, I really hope, it would be hilarious thing. It's not going to happen. But man, it would be great if the Dodgers just signed Alex Bregman, signed Pete Alonso, and just all these other big time free agents that are still free agents when it's January and it's about to be spring training in a month. So is what it is from that perspective. Again, I hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. You could probably tell I could probably talk about this for hours and hours on Dodgers ruining baseball. Is what it is. But hey, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. And if you have, I always appreciate your guys' support. And peace.